In this problem, we are given some data and asked to find a supply function, a demand function, the market equilibrium, and then use the projected supply and demand prices, so the models, to fill in the missing values. And there's one extra value here of 750. Okay, let's bring in the data that we have. And get it graphed. Don't really need that last point because there's no data there. So you'll notice that we have more than one. It picked up supply and demand correctly. First, looking at all but the color coding and the values of the points. But I can see that this will be a model. It's not exactly linear because a straight line won't go through all those points perfectly. So we'll model it with a linear trend line. One for the supply. And again for the demand data. So my supply function is this one. That's the positive slope. I'm going to put that one here. There we go. Supply function. Replace the x with a q. Replace the x with a q, 0.4396. And the demand function. Find the market equilibrium quantity. For that, I need to program in the functions. Number of units, I'll start with 518. Supply. Equals sign doubled 0.4396 times by my units for demand will equal grab the equation, paste it in, update it, times sign and units. There we go. Okay. So by looking at the chart, I expect an equilibrium point somewhere around 900 units. Get my difference between supply and demand, and then do a goal seek to set that to 0. So forecast, what if, goal seek. Set my difference cell to a value of 0 by changing the number of units. That should be my equilibrium quantity. Okay, now find the projected supply and demand prices for all of these extra quantities. So what I would like to do is take all of these quantities and put them here. You can select the cells and copy and then paste. And under your options, this one is to transpose, to change it from being a row to being a column. And now these formulas are ready to be copied down, and they will now be applied to the new quantity to the left. So at 518, I need the demand, 518 demand price, 620 supply price, 816 supply price, the demand price when the units are 920, that's here. And finally, supply and demand at 750. So supply 401, demand 555.